Dwayne Diamond here, family. Welcome to the new season of Dominate Your Dreams. I want to share just a couple of our sponsors first, and then we'll get into the first new exciting episode. Listen, fam, I love barbecue. Eating it, cooking it, and getting together with family and friends. As you know, when you have the perfect meat, you need the perfect sauce. And for me, that's Dooley Daniels barbecue sauce. Listen, you have to try the new mango habanero barbecue sauce. I love it. Dooley Daniels barbecue. His sauce is king. Order yours today. It's a family tradition. We all love new babies and celebrating special occasions. Life is filled with constant change that you have to adjust to. With that change, you want empathy, comfort, and assurance. Mercy Funeral Systems does that. I've experienced their work, always professional, always courteous. They help you cope with change. Hello, my name is Dwayne Diamond. Most people call me family. I wish you would too. Listen, most people struggle to follow their dreams. We try to help you get there. This is Dominate Your Dreams. All right, family, welcome to another edition of Dominate Your Dreams, where we list the different success stories and tips to help you along the way with your dream. Got a very special guest, special friend today, special family today. He is a singer, songwriter, record producer, musician, athlete, world record holder, DJ, dancer, youth choir director, and even a certified trainer. Welcome to the show, family. How are you? Cupid, the new Cupid, I should say.
Oh, it's all good, man. It's good to see you, my brother.
Good to be seen in this environment we got going today, man. I tell you.
Yeah, it's it's interesting.
It hadn't been easy on those in the entertainment world.
No, it hasn't, man. You know, you gotta really pull in that faith, and you really gotta stay focused, because too much out of time not good.
Yeah, but you and the fam holding up pretty good.
Everybody's good, man. The little ones are good, man. The missus good. My extended family, my crew, they all good. So, you know, we can't complain.
Yeah. Well, we're glad to have you back, of course. I know you got some good stuff. We didn't get dig into as much last time, so I want to go a little deeper this time. And I guess start back with, let's go way back to what ignited your dream of even doing what you do, man.
Well, man, you know, I tell people this story all the time. The movie Sister Act 2, there was a part where Whoopi Goldberg told Lauryn Hill, she was like, if you wake up in the morning, girl, and all you can think about is singing, you're supposed to be a singer. And, you know, at the time, I ran track in college, ran track in high school. And, but it was just singing every day. We was me and my buddies watching BET, watching, you know, BET live and watching all the R&B singers sing live. So I knew that's something I wanted to do, even to me when I was young in church. And my cousins, they couldn't sing. So when my mom would make us all sing, I could sing the notes, but they couldn't. So I would try not to sing them. It was just crazy, man. But as I got older, I got through my choir directors and stuff, they started making me realize that was something that was a gift. So, man, it was just singing. So I wanted to pursue it. I got in an R&B group called Fifth Element in college. I gave up my track scholarship to pursue a record deal. And it didn't quite work out initially. But I went solo after everybody on my group flunked out of college. So I was the only one still around. They all went back to Ruston. And after that, man, it was just like I started building a small little fan base of like teens and stuff. And, you know, it started to grow, and being on that stage with that microphone was just such a high for me. You know, I never stopped doing it. And I've been in love with music since I was 5. So, you know, I'm just thankful that that's something that I can do as a career now.
But initially, let's go back, you started in the choir, right? And your dad is a pastor?
Yeah, my dad was a pastor. My dad
was a pastor?
Look. No, and I don't say that he ain't passed away or nothing.
No.
He was a pastor, and, you know, I guess it got a little too hectic. So my pops, he awesome, man. But yeah, I was in the church, man. I mean, we still go to church. I say that jokingly, man. But oh yeah, man. It was Wednesday. We was at Tuesday choir practice, Wednesday service, Sunday school, and then after that, I started playing, and I started directing my church choir in Cade, Louisiana. So I've been doing gospel music forever.
And a lot of people start out in gospel music, and they always come to that fork in the road. Did Dad have a problem when you decided to go R&B versus staying with the gospel?
Oh yeah, he had a problem. Oh yeah, and my godfather made him watch the Temptations movie, and yeah, and he was like, "You got to let that boy do what he want to do. That boy don't want to sing no gospel, you know. I mean, the girls on screen for "Speak to My Heart." Amazing Grace, you don't have the women screaming. So I was in college. Come on, Daddy. So, he let me. The only promise I made to him, he was like, you can do it as long as you don't curse.
Yeah. And your music is pretty clean.
So if you listen to my music, I don't curse in any of my music. I still hold that promise today.
So, but the thing about it, I don't know if most people really realize you had options, not just to be a singer, but you were a heck of an athlete, and you kind of picked the singing over that.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I was a real good runner, man. Ran 100 meters, 200 meters in college, and doing well. But it was just something about that singing that was in my heart. I was a really good football player in high school too, but I went to school with a guy. I played wide receiver, a guy who was like the best running back in the state. So we didn't pass much, and it kind of, football is what I wanted to do. Track is kind of what I was good at. And then music is what I love. So I put the I came back to the athletic stuff later in life, but initially, yeah, I stepped out on faith, man.
Absolutely. Well, born Bryson Bernard, how did the name Cupid come about?
So the name Cupid comes from a group of blues singers that aren't with us today. Mel Waiters and Big Cynthia. So whenever they would let me open up for shows, I would sing Cupid, Draw Back Your Bow, and I would sing Sam Cooke, Change Gonna Come. So, they would be like, that's that little dude that sung Cupid. Hey, come here, such and such, this Mel Waiters. Yeah, that's the little boy that sang Cupid. So they just started calling me Cupid because they would always tell me to sing the song, and it just stuck, Big Cynthia, rest in peace. That's like my like a sister to me. She co-signed the name. She's like, Cupid is the name. So that's where it all started for me.
She was a sweet lady, very sweet. Did a lot of interviews with Big Cynthia. She used to do her thing.
Man, no words can explain that girl. That girl, that was special, man.
And she had a great sense of humor too. She liked to laugh. She liked to laugh. But I know your fans love the name Cupid, but explain why you kind of go by the new Cupid now, right?
Well, I still go by Cupid, man. When you Google the word Cupid, the little man with the pamper come up. So I put new, so you can Google new Cupid, but it's really me,
It's really.
Okay. And what's interesting is when I made Cupid Shuffle, Missy Elliott at the time was doing that, like, new Monica, new Jasmine.
Yeah.
So I was like, new Cupid, and with it being the first thing you hear with the shuffle, it just kind of stuck, So that's kind of where that comes from.
Okay. Now let's talk about you got through college, kind of made the decision to do the singing. And I know a lot of young singers today, a lot of them don't want to sing old school. They want to just, whatever they hear on the radio, jump into that. Kind of explain why you chose to do the old school, and how did that work out for you?
Well, I grew up listening to that, my mom and stuff, big Frankie Beverly fan, big Peebo Bryson fan. She named me after Peebo Bryson, actually.
Yeah.
And that, and to all the youngsters, you gonna get old one day. So if you want to do music forever, you got to think about that. Like, you got to think about, how will I evolve in my career? Like, I didn't start off doing blues and swing out. Like, I was in Louisiana. I got hot doing hip hop and singing over New Orleans bounce beats. So that's how I got known. But there came a point in my career where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be older, and I don't want to not do music, so I got to be able to navigate through that. And so I found a little niche called, well, before it was swing out. Like it was still blues, but because I was so young,
Yeah.
and I'm doing that kind of music, it kind of evolved to the swing out vibe. You know, I'm one of the first. I'm probably the first swing out artist ever. When I dropped Swing Around the Rosie, there was no such thing as swing out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was just blues and Southern soul.
Yeah.
And that made it cool for the cats like the Tuckers and you know, like the Pokies and the younger guys to start doing it. Nobody was doing that kind of stuff at that time.
Yeah, you open a lot of doors for cats like that, and still ones that's trying to break in today. Now, you started off with a group. How difficult was that to continue after the group didn't work out? Because a lot of times groups don't work out. How difficult? What was your motivation to keep going after that?
I was determined. I was going to do it for the rest of my life. And best friends, 2 of them are still my best friends, and we're all still friends. But they didn't have a few of them didn't have that drive, that rehearse every day, write song every day type of stuff. And that's what we conflicted, you know. And so rather than fuss and argue, I was like, I'm just gonna go on my own, you know. I can't carry that load. So
yeah,
it's tough, but it was one of the best decisions I've probably made in my life.
And a lot of people think success is overnight, Cupid. I know how far you came and some of the stuff you had to deal with and go through. Explain to some of the people that's trying to go up the ladder that it's not overnight.
No, I mean, first of all, if you doing music to get rich, stop, quit. Quit now. I'm about to shatter all your dreams. Shatter all, it's not gonna happen. Musicians, there's no rich musicians. There's rich business people who do music.
Yeah.
Right. So secondly, if you don't love music, like if it's something that you just do every now and then you wasting your time too. Like you have to be in complete love with this. Like kind of like how, you know, there's some people in the world who are photographers, right? And they go out and they take pictures and they don't make a lot of money. And they take pictures of the bumblebees and of coins on the ground. And you like, what are you doing? But that's their love. If you don't truly love music, you're wasting your time. And you see it. Like over the 20 years I've been doing music, I see them come and I see them go because they were just in it for a minute. And so if you're up and coming, it's cool. If you want to do it for a hobby, that's great. But if you want to do it for a career, you got to be in love with it because it's difficult and it's hard. But you got to love the hard and the difficult.
And I know you did a lot of talent shows coming up and clubs and this, that, and the other. And then the break came when you were discovered, I guess, by Mel Waiters.
Yeah, well, before Cupid Shuffle, man, Mel, they started letting me open up on these blues shows. It was Mel, old Ronnie Rude Perkins used to be the promoter, man. You throw me a bone and let up. And I started working my way up because, man, the one thing I love about the blues circuit is it ain't no you come in there with your little pretty little suit and your cute little slick back hair, and then like you better work because the person before you is gonna try to make sure that they slaughter you. And so for me, it made me learn. I learned a lot from Mel. I learned a lot from Cynthia. One thing I learned about Cynthia is the storytelling element. Like she was just a master at telling stories on stage. It was just masterful to watch her just take a crowd and just get in their head, So I learned so much from them. And like doing that type of music, you gotta come with it. Like you gotta come with it. And these youngsters today, like I feel like if you have never done a talent show before, or you haven't been in front of a crowd that could actually critique you negatively or positively, then it's kind of like getting a master's degree without going to college. Like you can't become a singer if you ain't been through the ringer and all of that, So for me, I see them coming, I see them go, and they don't have no longevity because they never had an opportunity to go through the gauntlet, man. And the gauntlet is when you get booed, like when they boo you or they don't like you and they tell you, but you go through that, and that's what makes you figure out if you really want to do it.
And I know you didn't get paid for every show you did. It's a myth with some of the up and comers that think, oh man, how much they paying? You know, talk to me about that.
I sometimes I still don't. Man, they still got them janky promoters out there, man. Man, you go home and man, I done had to start carrying a money pin with me, man.
Really?
Man, I done had a dude pay me $10,000 in fake bills, man.
Come on.
Man, I'm telling you, and I'm like, good thing the lady at the bank is my friend.
Yeah.
So she was like, I said, look at this. I'm like, got me. But yeah, man, like everything in music is not monetary. Like it's not all about, you know, how much you're getting paid. Like I'll do a festival for a homie that's a DJ that I know finna blow my record up, or you know, or sometimes if I'm just feeling in a good mood, I might just go pop up and do a birthday party for somebody. It just depends. But nah, man, it's just because I love doing what I do. It's not, you know, you can get paid, but there's a lot of things that come with the getting paid part. Like ask yourself, are you worth me paying you? Like you tell me, I tell people this all the time. Would you pay $5,000 to see you? That's a man in the mirror. And if you could talk, oh yeah, not think about it. Like would you be excited to see you? Yeah. If and a lot of people when you tell them that it messes with their head, but it's like
it's true.
Is your show tight? Do you sound good? Are you energetic? What about you is gonna make me give you some money? So you gotta be able to, you know, answer those tough questions before you start running around wanting to get money from people because you got a song out.
Yeah, and a lot of the newer artists or those trying to get on believe everything they see in the videos.
Oh God,
can you?
It's all rent. All rent.
And you know what? Before Pimp C died, who we were really real cousins, we were planning to go to the different schools and talk about what you see in videos, because he was really big on that. Like cats out here, you know, saying they shot 15 people and they hadn't shot anybody, but a lot of these kids believe everything they see in the video.
No, man, it's but you know, musicians get a bad rap. It's not fair because all music is a movie without pictures. So so a lot of times, you know, musicians get this burden on them, like, you know, don't believe what you see in the video. I mean, that's like when I was a kid, I would watch a Bruce Lee movie, right? And then immediately after, I was doing kung fu to my little brother. You know, because I just watched the movies. Now I know all the moves. Yeah. Thing with music, man, these, you know, it's a movie without words. I mean without pictures. I'm sorry. So no, it's not true. Every video I've ever shot, I've never dated any of the girls in them. They all got paid and were hired and high and by. And I've used my vehicles in, I think, 2 videos that I've ever done. The rest of them is like, I need this, and this, you know. I don't walk around with a lot of jewelry because I don't want to get robbed. And there's really no purpose for it. It's uncomfortable. And you know, it's just all a show, man. It's a movie. We're trying to make a movie, you know, portray what we're saying in the song with the visual. That's all it really is, man. And you know, if SpongeBob and you believe you can jump underwater and hold your breath and live, then you just as crazy. If you think the same thing in a music video, the same thing is crazy, you know.
Well, speaking of believing and not believing, tell them how hard it is to focus on, or how easy it should be, but I know it's hard to focus on what you do behind the scenes, how important that is. Because a lot of cats just focus, they worry about what they do on stage or getting in the studio. Talk to them about all the stuff you have to do behind the scenes.
So the music business, man, is like this. When you're doing a show, it's like you're on vacation. But in order to get them vacation days, you got to work 90 plus days and earn them vacation days. So the vacation days is every DJ you meet, you should have a Rolodex with their number in it. You should have an email list with their emails in it. You should be able to create content. And you know, Dwayne, a lot of people don't understand this. When I met you, this is how long it's been. When I met you, there was no smartphones.
No,
there
was not.
was no Facebook, Instagram. So in order for me to get Dwayne a CD, two things had to happen. I had to get on the road or I had to mail it.
Yeah.
And these kids whining and crying and boo-hooing, and you got Facebook, Instagram, email, Twitter, and they, I don't know. Are you serious? Like you could reach people anywhere in the world and you crying. And that's the ones who don't make it. That's the ones who I don't even typically waste time. Like, you don't want to really waste your time. You got to give them the information, but lazy don't work in the music business. So if your business is not taken care of, if you don't have an LLC, I'm gonna give you the two most important words that 80% of the artists don't understand. If you ain't got your publishing together, and if you ain't got all of your mechanicals together, you're wasting time. And a lot of people, I meet a lot of rappers, man, I don't know nothing about that. It's in the book. It's in a book. It's easy. You just got to read it over and over and ask questions. Because one thing I learned about being signed to Atlantic Records, man, is a lot of money goes through a lot of hands. And in most cases, the hands it never goes through is the artist. And I'm talking about millions and millions and millions of dollars. And these cats, they make just know if they offer you $1 million, they'd have made 60 off the cuff. Yeah. They'd have made, unless you know what you got going on. So you gotta know, and you gotta want to be educated. If you think your manager's gonna do it for you, no, because your manager only works for you as long as you can create income. If you think the label's gonna just love you that much, or they gonna do it for you and make sure you good, or they gonna buy you some stuff. They gonna make you feel real good until one day your calls gonna start getting shorter, and then you like, I thought we was cool. Not really. Yeah. I just wanted to get bread from you and set myself up. So if you don't know the business, man, I promise you, you will have a heart attack when you realize how much money they're gonna get from you, and you're not gonna get for yourself.
And that's why it's called show business. And a lot of them just getting the show part, not the business part.
Preach, man, preach.
And you've had so much success. I mean, you've had worldwide success. And I'd like you to just talk about, people think when you get to a certain level, you don't have to deal with certain things. But like you say, you're still running into promoters today that you might have had to deal with 10 years ago, where you think, hey, I'm at this level, this should not be happening. Fake money, come on.
Yeah. I mean, but I never really had a goal though, Dwayne. I just enjoy the journey. I mean, I've sold 4 million records. When I got my first platinum plaque, I was like, am I done? No, sell more, Yeah. So it's the journey part of it that I appreciate more than the goal. And, you never go, you try to minimize it, but sometimes I do shows and it's 100 people there. It ain't because I'm not good. It's because maybe the show wasn't promoted or bad weather or stuff like that. You still run into them same issues, man. They brought the Migos to Lafayette one year, I think about 3 or 4 years ago, and they had 1,000 people. And this is in the pinnacle of the Migos, doing 60,000 seaters. They had 1,000 people. It ain't the Migos' fault, but it just goes to show that, it's not about the quantity, it's just about the quality that you give. I mean, if you really love being on stage, it could be 6 people. You give it to them. You have fun with them 6. So, it never stops, man. You're never going to be not famous. But there is the thing that does stop, Dwayne. And I will say, every terrain has peaks and valleys. So when you hear, you're going to come here again. Yeah. Nobody's ever hot forever. Rappers, I tell them all the time, who was the hottest rapper 4 years ago? I have no idea. I didn't even think Cardi B existed 4 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's interchangeable, man. But in the process of that, man, you just do what you do. You just do what you do, man. And you build you an empire around the blessing that you're given with what you do with your music.
And how hard has it been for you and your music as far as singer versus rapper, because a lot of people tried to put you in the box in the beginning thinking you were a rapper, but those who
Yeah.
know, you know, you're a true singer. You can sing. You're not a rapper.
For a long time, Dwayne, I fought that devil, man. That devil was trying to get people to make me think that I could, think, oh, I can really sing. At the end of the day, I just decided to do me. And if they hear the vocals, they hear it. If they think it's hip hop because it's up tempo, it is what it is. Like, I couldn't, it's a devil, man. I call it's a devil to me. Where you trying to take 1,000 people and make them all think the same thing. And it's impossible. And you're going to stress yourself out, and you're going to lose sight of the craft, trying to make somebody who really don't understand what you got going on understand, what it is. Yeah. So when it came to the box, man, Butch Hartfield, record rep, man, my boy Butch, man. Butch told me one day, the coldest line ever. He said, Cupid, if they put you in the box, just make sure you own it. Make sure that's your box. And when he told me that, that's when I was just like, I'm just going to do my party records. I'm going to be the dance party king. I'm going to do me. I'm not going to do, it might be swing out sometimes. It might be a pop record. It might be a funk record. You don't know, but I'm just going to do me. And ever since then, man, I've been so comfortable creating music, man, because I'm not worried about fitting in no genre.
And it took you how many years to accomplish your dream, basically?
My dream? Well, I started singing in 97. I got signed in 2007. So 7 years to get a deal. But after 2007, it's like I've been living the dream. Like, I do music for a living. That's like my career. So, the 2007 was when I inked that paper and, was able to pay all my student loans and stuff, all that good stuff, And
with such a big hit like the Cupid Shuffle, I mean, you're forever, intertwined in culture and community and music. I mean, that a lot of artists don't get to have that.
It's a blessing. Frankie Beverly told me that. He said, man, no matter what happened in my life, I got before I let go. And when he told me that, man, that was the most comforting words for somebody who kept trying to recreate the wheel. It's like, nah, you got to keep it shuffle. Whatever you do is what you do. You got the foundation. So it is a blessing. And I will never speak on that song without saying that without giving God glory, because man, that's a blessing right there.
And I've talked to a lot of artists over the years who've had hit songs, and I've got to ask you the same question. Do you ever get tired of singing Cupid Shuffle?
Man, I'll sing Cupid Shuffle backwards if you pay me. Never. They say I'm a rapper, but I say no, never. Mm-mm.
It has been good to you.
You ain't gonna hear that come out of my mouth. No, sir. People ask me all the time, I'm tired of it. Nope.
Yeah.
Not at all. Dude, man.
Is there anybody that you want to work with, you haven't worked with before?
I'd love to work with Jasmine Sullivan.
Yeah.
I'm in love with that lady. That lady can go. She can sing, man. I'd love to work with T-Pain, Timbaland. Yeah. Missy or Timbaland, because I think with my party vibe and their creativity, it could get crazy. So those are some that I would love to work with. And Jasmine, like I say, just because vocally, I'd love to get on a record with her and let people know how much I could go. If I could do a record with Jasmine Sullivan, it would be no question like, oh man, he can really go, because that woman there.
Yeah. And I hope you do get on with her, or do a duet with somebody, so people can really see your vocal range. Because
it's gonna happen, man. It's coming. It's coming. I've been writing some really great R&B songs and submitting them to my A&R guy. So somebody gonna call, and I'm gonna go. But at the end of the day, Dwayne, you know what? They're gonna still want me to make them go in different directions. So, that's my gift. That's my lane. That's the box that I own. So I ain't even tripping.
It has been good to you. I mean, you've had it in movies. You've been on TV shows.
Yeah.
You did something with Mickey D's, I believe, right? At
McDonald's. Yeah. Walmart. I just did a Walmart commercial a year ago. So that was cool.
I mean, it just doesn't get old.
Nah, man, it's a blessing. And my lawyer always jokes around when royalty time comes. Because when you get the royalty statements, he be like, God, dog it, man. Like, you still getting them? I'm like, yo, it's a blessing because that he says that, you know, that don't really happen often. So I count it all joy, man.
Is it a headache though, trying to monitor if someone is trying to steal the samples of Cupid Shuffle and things like that?
Well, no, I got a strong team, man. We actually in the process of suing a Korean band by the name of 17,
Wow.
and they're huge, man. They sold over 3 million copies of a song called Left Right, and it's the Cupid Shuffle basically. So I got some pit bulls out there, man. That's like, I mean, we almost sued Chuck E. Cheese.
Wow.
Real talk, man. Like they was doing the Cupid Shuffle and Chuck E. Cheese, and he was singing it, and you got to pay the license to do that. It's licensing.
Yeah.
Farmers royalties, and we had sent a letter to Chuck E. Cheese. Hey, Chuck.
Cupid love the kids, but
I love you, but you go ahead and give me some of that cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, my friend. I'd like to talk to you about your appearance on The Voice. A lot of people was like, "Oh, he made it in 07," but then I heard he was on The Voice. What made you go on the Voice, the show?
So, man, you about to get the best story ever, okay? So, I was telling you about those devils, right?
Right.
A lot of times people get in your ear and they gas you up to do things that, you know, it may not be the best at the time, right? So, at that time, everybody's telling me the same thing. You could really sing, man. You could really sing. People need to hear your voice. So I'm like, cool, right? So I go to The Voice. At the time, they are allowing people who have record deals to be on the show. Because in season 1, Javier Colon, he was signed to Capitol. So because he was signed to Capitol, I was like, oh, I'm going to go on there, right? So I get there. And when I get off the plane, I get an email from my lawyer saying, hey, The Voice just licensed the Cupid Shuffle. So I'm like, that's weird. You paid me, and I'm going to the audition. Yeah. So I go there, man, and you know, we there for like 2 months, man. And long story short, I was supposed to sing "Let's Get It On" by Marvin Gaye because they give you a list of songs that you can sing.
Right.
You don't pick like there's a list. You pick like 3 songs and then they pick the best one of the 3.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to sing Cupid Shuffle. They were like, yeah, you know, you should do it. It'll be cool. I'm like, nah, I don't want to sing it. I don't want to sing it. So every day we over there and the lawyers for The Voice are hounding me like, hey, you know, did you sign your paperwork? Did you sign your paperwork? And the paperwork basically said that if I get on The Voice, they own my catalog forward and backward.
Oh, no.
So the day of the blind auditions, I still haven't signed my papers. They asked me, they say, hey man, like, what you gonna do? I was like, I'm not signing that because we need to make a modification because you can have everything forward.
Yeah.
But backward, y'all not touching that. So they say, okay, cool. You got 3 choices then. 1, you can get on the plane and act like none of this happened. Now, mind you, I was married at the time. Now, how I'm going to go back home and tell my ex-wife, you know, whatever, at the time, hey, I've been in California 2 months and I'm not going to be on TV. How that's going to work if you tell us that, okay?
What have you been doing?
What you been doing? So 1 was out the question. 2, they say you sign the paper, we let you sing Marvin Gaye, and you potentially win the show. Or 3, you don't sign, and you can sing, but we can't promise you nobody gonna turn around.
Wow.
Yep. So I didn't have time to call nobody. I was like, you know what? Worst case scenario, I get on there, they don't turn around, but I sing my own song and I sell another 50,000 copies.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Somebody snuck in with a call. Okay. So worst case scenario, that happens, right? So me, man, what I did was I went out there and I just sung. But if you watch The Voice, CeeLo knew what was going on. So he said, Cupid, what's up? Blah, 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 blah. He like, well, sing something else. That's because he knew what the play was. He was already hip. So he let me sing Marvin Gaye. So my goal was accomplished where I was able to sing. Because like I said, my goal on the show was to let people know that I could sing. But I made a very bad mistake going on The Voice. And I'm going to tell you what it is. The lesson I learned going to The Voice is you never disrespect your blessing. And that's what I did. I got on national TV. And not national TV, but I got on a show and it was basically like, hey, I don't want people to know me for just the Cupid Shuffle. When I prayed for the Cupid Shuffle. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like God said, I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. And created that scenario to where, like, I learned to never talk down about that song again.
Because it's taking you around the world. I mean.
But, I had the people in my ear. Man, Cupid Shuffle, I mean, that's all they know. That's all they know. What else, And I had them in my ear, man, and I allowed that devil to sneak in and disrespect that blessing that God gave me. So that was the lesson in The Voice, was to, like, if God gives you a talent or, you don't ever disrespect it, especially publicly, So that was the lesson that I learned from that, man. I did that, and let me tell you, Dwayne, never again. You can't never get me to say nothing bad about Cupid Shuffle because, that voice was a from a spiritual side, it was a lesson in that, man.
Yeah. Hey, there's a lot of these Facebook battles going on, different artists going against each other. Would you entertain that? And do you think there's even someone that's compatible that you could even go against? Because you got your own unique.
Yeah, it would be tough. I think the only person I probably would probably be Tucker on the local side. But like, he's so dominant in the blues, like, and I'm like scattered. Like I got other stuff. It probably wouldn't match well. But I would say that's the only person because for me, I mean, I do all kind of crazy stuff, man. I make a line dance up, a blue cornbread and greens the next day, swing around the next day. Hey, to all the listeners that's watching, y'all about to see some real stuff. Hold on 2 seconds. Let me drop these papers.
Okay. That is real. See, we do all that. And if real life things happen, he's dropping off some papers. We're talking with Cupid.
Hey, okay, my bad.
All right, you good.
Look, hey, man, y'all seeing the real life, man. Like, so during the daytime, I really be doing things like stuff. So, but I don't know how many of your interviews ever went this way, Dwayne, but I just want to drop some papers off to my architect. My bad.
No, that's good. That's great to see. I mean, people think, you may just, have all these servants and people that do stuff for you. I mean, you're Cupid, man. You've made millions of dollars, so they figure like you have a whole team of people. You don't do anything but, chill.
You're looking at the most cheap human being ever. I ain't paying nobody to do nothing. No, man.
I guess that's how you stay a millionaire.
I mean, Man,
Speaking of making money, man, tell us about your perfume and cologne lines. This is something I didn't know about. I ain't gotten anything in the mail, no UPS, no FedEx.
You never sent me the address, man.
Nothing.
You never sent me the address.
We're gonna make sure you get it today.
Oh yeah, man.
Talk to me about this bells and bows, man.
Man, let me tell you. So my we do a lot of outdoor festivals, and one of the things that we pride ourselves on is smelling good after the show.
Yeah.
Taking pictures, you all sweaty. So my cousin, he's a chemist, man. We started working on different fragrances that was oils to stay on. And I mean, he's amazing, man. So we sat down and I was like, I want to come up with my own fragrance line. The Bells is basically it's like an amber kind of like sweet smell, but it's an everyday smell for the ladies. And the Bells, more of a vanilla amberwood kind of smell that like a lot of woodsy smell, but it's real. I wear bows all the time, and I even find that a lot of females wear it too. But it's just a solid fragrance that's not necessarily a cologne or perfume that you can wear day to day, man, and it's doing well. The website is bellsandbows.com. Of course, we spell bows with an EX, like the Louisiana style. So it's bellsandbows.com. And man, you know, my good friend Denise Butte, the actress from Meet the Browns, and you know, she's every 3 months, you know, she's getting it. Vanessa Simmons, she orders some. Miss Juicy from the Little Women of Atlanta. You know, got a lot of celebrity support, man. So it's doing well, and it's something that, you know, again, I tapped into something that I love, and it's just doing so good because it's organic. You know, it's organically sold, organically shipped. You know, everything is done in our warehouse, in our combine. So it's just a good thing, man. And I hope I'm gonna send you something, man, because but I'm gonna warn you. That bowl was some trouble. I ain't responsible. You put that bowls on. Hey, don't come call me, Dwayne. I wasn't my fault.
Don't get me divorced, Cupid. Don't do that.
No, man. I'm just saying it. Hey, I'm just saying it just smells good. You know the Pepe. Yeah. Remember Pepe Le Pew?
Oh
yeah. I'll just mess, man. But not this stuff, man.
So that's the only place you can get it is they have to go to your website.
Yeah, and the reason why I have it that way, man, is because a lot of times when you go through the stores, they either price gouge you, or a lot of they'll want to get your ingredients, man, and they want to get your and I couldn't let them do that. You know, I wanted to keep it exclusive. I feel like dealers can't do nothing more than I can. I can ship it to your and in the Amazon age, you know, hey, I mean, it's coming through like Amazon quick. So, you know, I just felt the need to just keep it in-house, and that way it doesn't lose its authenticity, you know?
Absolutely. Totally agree with that. Looking forward to trying it out. While I got you, I want to mention, you're doing so much stuff. What about your foundation and your scholarship that you do?
Yeah, man. I do this USL scholarship every year. It's for an entertainment and business major. And I have this party called I Miss USL. So basically, when I was
Hold on. I heard something that you have this party. I don't think I ever recall being invited to that particular party.
Well, the USL
to host, to just be there, nothing. I can't hear you.
But I'm gonna get you this year. You know, we can't have it this year, so next year, man, it's a done deal, man. Y'all come down and kick it, man.
Okay, well, go ahead. Now you can tell me about
it. So what it is when I went to school, it was like, I mean, I graduated in 97 from high school. And so we play a lot of 90s music the whole night, man, and it's fun, man.
Nice.
And the proceeds from that, I try to help out, you know, a business major and a mass communication major with the you know, the tuition.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I am doing the party during homecoming week, which I can't just make all of the money and then not give back to the school that allows me that.
Right.
So I do that, man, and it's been very successful. We've helped out several kids for the past 5 years, and you know, man, I hate that I'm not gonna be able to do it this year, but next year, man, we're looking forward to it. And I always bring an old school artist. I had your boy Bun B. I think Bun did my last one.
Wow.
And I know
nice.
That's your neighbor, you know?
Yeah, that's fam. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Very nice. So at least Bun's been to the party.
Well, you know.
I'm gonna have to check or I'll make some phone calls, Cupid, to find out who's been to this party that Double D has not even been invited to. Man, to say I can't come.
We gotta fix that, man.
That's pretty bad.
I had your hotel room and everything.
Wait, you're breaking up a little bit. Go say again.
Get you squared away. You know, you got to come pull out them dance moves. Okay. I said you got to come pull out them dance moves out there.
All right. I'm there. I love going to Louisiana. Great food, man. Y'all got great food over there. We do too, but y'all got some great food.
Oh yeah.
And then you were part of a boot campaign, and then also your foundation, right?
Yeah. My foundation is titled Positopia. It's the land where negativity does not exist.
I like it. I like that.
And, you know, because everything has a perspective. You know, you catch a flat, thank God you got a car. You
Yeah.
know, it was your job, probably wasn't the job for you.
Yeah.
I just try to keep people to focus on that, because we focus on the negative all day. I mean, you turn on CNN, turn on MSNBC, you know, it's negative, 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 negative. But, you know, like the other day we were talking about the COVID, and I was telling somebody, it was like, you know, 190,000 people died. I was like, I know, man, it's tough, you know, because I have friends that passed. And I said, but 2 million survived. Yeah. I know that sounds crazy, but in hindsight, so we gotta find a light in this whole, you know, crazy thing that we're going through, you know.
And speak on that for a moment. Let your fans know, and just the rest of the public know how difficult this has been on entertainers, because I think that has been passed over in all the stuff that's going on.
Yeah, man. I was telling Dwayne earlier to everybody that's listening, you don't really see too many entertainers supporting the social distancing thing. Not because they don't want to. It's just entertainers haven't been able to work. And everybody else kind of going back to work, but gatherings of 50 and more, that's right up the entertainer's alley. You know, I know several musicians that are going through mental health issues, struggling financially. So this COVID thing has hit us different than the rest of the world, because we can't work. And, you know, musicians that are touring musicians who have to rely on that, man, they struggling bad, man. I mean, since March, all your shows getting canceled, all your plans getting canceled, all of that. And, you know, we just kind of waiting. And like I told you, Walmart's cool, schools are cool, football games are cool, NBA basketball games are cool. But when you talk about singers and clubs, is a problem. You know, and then, you know, the president can have a rally with 10,000 people there, but I can't go sing those songs for 100.
Yeah.
Which makes it so, yeah, it's difficult and it's not fair, and we having a hard time with it. So hopefully we can start getting past all of that so we can get to work, man, because we miss performing for y'all.
Yeah, because I try to tell people anytime I can, just support your favorite artist or an artist, anybody, buying a T-shirt or whatever you can do to support them, because they still have bills rolling in and things like that, and they're not getting any help, and they can't work.
Oh, man, you can't go to the stimulus package people talking about, I'm a singer.
No.
They gonna be like, what? No. You know? Oh, for real? Sing something then.
You're a character. Hey, man, talk to me about the Q-aerobics. How is it Q? You got all kind of stuff going on.
Yeah, man, Q-aerobics is doing well, man. That's line dance aerobics. Y'all know I got a bunch of line dances, love slide, Cupid shuffle, do it with your boots on. So we just added a lot of aerobic elements to it. Of course, me being an athlete and working out as much as I do, I wanted to come up with something to keep people healthy as well. And, you know, I go to these little Zumba classes, and they got these little Zumba instructors. They be little bitty, spinning around. And then I can find a lady that's like twice her size at a blues concert that can outdance her in 2 seconds. So she don't even realize psychologically she working out because she at a blues concert.
Yeah.
So what if I could take that same energy and vibe and channel the energy to fitness? It's a win-win. You partying and you working out. So that's what the Q-aerobics is. We have a few trainers. I actually have 2 trainers in the Beaumont area, Torsha Jones and Stacy Fontenot. So, you know, they out there, you know, doing Q-aerobics and teaching it. So we just spreading the love, and we got trainers all over the country, man, that's, you know, getting people to do line dance aerobics.
And how do people get involved with it? They just go to your website for it, or how do they get involved?
Correct. It's Qrobics.com. It's Curobik's. Curobik's. Qrobics.com. We have information on becoming a trainer, information on getting the DVD. If you don't have a DVD player, you can order it where it goes straight to your computer. And I mean, we every way that we can get the information to you is already sold up. Just visit the website, and we'll make sure that you have a good time working out.
Well, I gotta ask you before you go, fam. Is it, you know, your fans want to know, is there a movie in the works possibly? Is there a book coming?
There's a book and there's a four-part documentary coming out next year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's just titled Cupid Shuffle. The Cupid Shuffle. Like, a lot of people don't know my story.
Yeah.
In depth. Like, I
Right.
mean, and this is gonna blow a lot of people's mind because the stories and the connections and the people that pull strings for this thing to be successful, from Michelle Obama to Steve Harvey. Like, Steve was like one of the biggest parts of my career, and it's just gonna be good to tell that story.
So there was some good, bad, and ugly in the story.
Oh yeah, and you know,
yeah.
I tell people Cupid Shuffle is probably the biggest dance song of all time. So when you got a dance that every race, genre, you know, can do, you got to know the backstory, and we're gonna tell that true story in a 4-part docu-series, and it's gonna be crazy. Like, y'all, people gonna be like, we didn't know, we had no idea.
Yeah. Looking forward to hearing that, man. Anything else you got in the works right now that you're working on musically?
I am, man. Actually, right now, if you go on my Facebook page, I got a new line dance that I just put out called Flex line dance, and I have an EP coming out. It's called Phase 4. Because at Phase 4, that's when the country opened back up.
Yeah, yeah.
So I make music for an open country. So I titled the EP Phase 4. It's 4 songs on there, and it's 4 party records that's ready for when they open up the country. So one of the line dances, one of the songs is called Flex. Again, the line dance is blowing up. Like, I put it out like yesterday morning, and if I don't have 1,000 DJs trying to get it today, I don't have any. So y'all learn that line dance, because you know when I come down that way, we gonna cut up.
Tell them about your social media. How can people get in touch with you, fam?
Easy. I'm always on Instagram. It's official New Cupid. My Facebook is New Cupid, but I'm always on Instagram. To be honest, if you hit me on Instagram, I'm gonna respond back. It's me. Yeah. It's me. Yeah, man. And I love my fans, man. Even if I just got 10,000, 20,000, that's my fans. So I love them, and so I interact with people as much as I can, man.
And they loyal and they follow you. And
oh yeah, you better not say nothing bad about me. Go ahead and see. They coming.
They love some Cupid.
Oh yeah.
We appreciate your time today, man. You know, me Casa Sukasa. Anytime you want to get on and talk about something, we love to have you. And before you go, though, would love for you to share 5 success tips that helped you along the way for your dream. Just to give people an idea of some things that might help them.
Oh, good. Can you hold on? Hold on. I'm getting a good spot. Can you hear me good?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Let me know you. All right, cool. Number 1, the only way you fail is if you quit. That's number 1. Number 2, the weak die on the way. Only the strong survive. You gotta be strong in this music if you want to be successful. The weak, they fade away. They fade away. 3, make what you love your job. If you can do that, you'll never work a day, and I'm a living witness of that. 4, balance. People that say that they grind all day and they never sleep, will be people that'll be giving their inheritance to their kids in a few days. You have to have balance.
Yeah.
You have to have balance. If you don't sleep enough, it's gonna affect your health.
Yeah.
If you don't have time for your family and balance your life out as best possible. That's 4. And 5th, the most important is, man, it's all about God.
Absolutely.
If the God say go, then make sure you got God in your life at all times, man, because that's the only way it's gonna happen.
Well, fam, we appreciate you again and look forward to seeing you down the road. Look forward to that party, that Bose, and what else? I'm gonna send you a list.
It's all good, bro. It's all good.
Stay healthy, man, and wish you and the family well as we continue to go through this. Hopefully it's all over soon, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Good talking to you, Dwayne.
All right, take care of yourself. All right, family,
my
there it
brother.
is. We've been talking with Cupid. Listen, if you identify with some of the things in the story, we would love for you to comment down below. Let us know what your thoughts are, and I'll react to it. And also, if there's someone you'd like for us to interview about what they do with their dream, we'd love for you to comment about that. Also, please like and push the subscribe button. We'd love for you to be part of the family on this journey we have with our podcast of Dominate Your Dreams. This is Dwayne Diamond. I'll see you next time. All right, family, that'll do it for this episode. Remember, do all you can while you can and dominate your dreams.